Well, welcome to Abuja Studios. We're starting right here, and I'm being joined by our first guest today, Omar Ibrahim, who's the General Manager, Media Relations Department, Group Public Affairs Division of the NNPC. You're welcome to Sunrise Daily, sir.
Thank you very much.
Well, we've seen the controversy in the media. We saw that letter that was leaked, we want to believe it was, for whatever reason. But we have seen it. Concerns have been raised that the NNPC, between a certain period, the period of January 2012 and sometime this year, has not remitted all of the money it's supposed to have remitted. We've also seen your reply. Would you kindly shed a little more light on what exactly the controversy is about?
Our position is that we believe that that letter was born either out of complete mischief or lack of understanding of the operations of the oil industry and how oil is marketed. There are 5 streams for crude oil proceeds. NNPC has made it very clear that we have equity crude, we have taxes, we have royalty. These are the 3 main ones. And then we do have third party and NPDC. The total sum of monies realized from all these streams is about $67 billion plus. Now, since we have 5 streams, NNPC is responsible for only 1 out of these 5. Equity crude, that is. For taxes, what we collect is paid into central bank account for the Federation account with the central bank in the name of the Federal Inland Revenue Service. And for royalty, we pay it into their account with the central bank. We pay it into the account of DPR, the Directorate of Petroleum Resources. What NNPC pays into the central bank in its name is the equity. Third party and NNPC is really not very significant. Now, the key thing is this. You need to know the breakdown of these proceeds. Tax could go anywhere from 50% to up to 88%. Royalty from about 0 to 20%. Add this up. The balance is what an NNPC pays into the Federation account with the CBN.
What I seem to get from that is that it would seem that the chunk of what it is that the NNPC is supposed or allegedly supposed to be remitting to the CBN is actually remitted by FRS and DPR. But one would say that DPR is a subsidiary under the NNPC, isn't it?
No, I think that the DPR is an agency of government in the Ministry of Petroleum Resources.
Okay.
It's a parastatal
by itself.
Yes, it's completely independent of NNPC.
But you know, it's also pertinent to note that the shortfalls being noticed between the 1st of December, beg your pardon, 1st of January 2012 and now thereabout. What exactly would we say the NNPC had been doing before that would make the CBN governor raise such an alarm?
Remember, this letter wasn't written yesterday. The letter was written in September.
Yes.
And the letter precisely was dated 25th September. It went to the president. It was forwarded to the minister, then to NNPC, and a response was sent back dated October 4th. To the best of our understanding, that response cleared everything, and that was why nobody came back to us. How it leaked and became an issue now is something we've been wondering.
Was the CBN satisfied with your response?
The CBN did not communicate to us directly, and therefore we did not communicate to them directly. We are not in a position to say whether they did receive our response, but I want to believe that they did receive the response because they sent it to Mr. President. The President sent it to NNPC for clarification. It was sent back to His Excellency the President, and we believe that the President would have also clearly shown to the Governor of the Central Bank that, listen, this is what their response is. And that ended the matter as far as we're concerned.
What clearly comes out of this, I mean, from what you're saying, is that the CBN governor doesn't seem to understand how the NNPC works. But again, one has to remember that he was appointed in 2009 and has been there for a while. So it's a little curious that, I mean, after how many years he doesn't understand how the NNPC works. Is the NNPC that opaque?
It's not a question of opaque. It's a question, you see, Nigerians have this thing that once you reach a certain level, it's assumed that you would know everything about every system. People work under him. They are the ones doing this and reporting to him. I'm not sure, seriously, if everybody in the central bank, the immediate lieutenants of the governor of the central bank and co, have all seen this and they've endorsed what the governor wrote to the president. If they did, I'm sure it would have been a different report that he sent to them.
I think that we should also ask certain questions. I have a quote here from that particular letter. The serious and strong allegation of non-remittance about, okay, no, this is another letter actually. This is a letter written by President Olusegun Obasanjo, former President Olusegun Obasanjo. But, permit me to take a, chunk from this particular letter.
I'm sorry, I don't think I want to discuss anything about Obasanjo's letter. The President has clearly directed.
Not even if it concerns your company?
I don't think I want to discuss that. I'm not competent to discuss that letter.
Okay. But there have been issues as to the accountability of the NNPC. A host of people believe that the NNPC is very opaque. What you get oftentimes is that allegations are thrown. Recently, it was a rights organization, I think Bernie it's called, that raised issues with Trafigura and some other Swiss companies' dealings with the NNPC. And what you seem to be getting consistently is a denial from the NNPC as to what exactly is going on. Nothing more, just a denial. Why do you think this is so?
Why wouldn't we deny what we know is not correct? The general public perception in Nigeria is not just with NNPC, with every major institution, is that institutions in Nigeria are corrupt. I don't think it's just NNPC. NNPC happens to be the biggest organization in the country in terms of job creation, wealth creation, etc. for the country. And that is why concerns are expressed about NNPC and is higher with the NNPC. But the point I want you to understand is this. No matter how bad you say NNPC is today, it certainly is a lot better than it was some years back. You see, all of these things are coming up today because we're in a democracy. You don't know what happened before democracy came in. Okay? And we are doing everything possible. To us, really, some of these challenges are good. Good in the sense that it makes us sit up. Okay? And as the GMD has said consistently, yes, we know where we're coming from. We know where we're going to. We haven't gotten here yet, but certainly there has been a lot of improvement in terms of how we operate.
What about improvements in transparency? Because
that's exactly what I'm talking about.
The perceptions, on the part of Nigerians, one would say it's largely because nothing has been done to clear up that perception.
Perception is different from reality, but in situations like this, perceptions become reality. People see or behave or act according to their perceptions of issues. Those perceptions may not be right. They could be misperceptions. But that is what is in their mind, and that is how they relate with you accordingly. Now, it will take a long time to really change public perception, not just about NNPC, but about leadership in Nigeria as a whole, leadership in Africa as a whole. And we're doing our very best. It's not going to be easy, no doubt about it, but we'll get there. We have been cynical, not just with NNPC, right from colonial. You see, institutions or countries are built on tradition. How we came about fighting colonialism. We have not to this day really shared that toga that whoever is in government is to be attacked, or there is that suspicion, cynicism.
Are you saying that all the stories that have come out, about the NNPC are totally unfounded? Because, these words from the CBN governor are quite strong. He did say that he raised, let me read from the letter, and I have the quote I was looking for. Your Excellency, you recall that as far back as the late 2010, I had verbally expressed deep concerns about what appeared to be huge shortfalls in remittances to the Federation account in spite of strong recovery in oil price. He says that he also expressed a strong view that while government needs to continue its effort to combat oil thieves, which is something you point to in your letter, vandals and illegal refineries in the Niger Delta, the major problem is transactions taking place under legal cover with huge revenue leakages embedded therein. He seems to be suggesting also that you have foreign accounts that nobody knows anything about. The CBN is not a signatory to it. They also don't know how, monies, they don't have accounts of any of those kind of things coming into the Federation account or even into the CBN at all. Are all of this unfounded?
You've raised two issues. One, NNPC cannot open an account, a foreign account, without the endorsement of the CBN. It's a law, and we have always operated that way.
So you do have foreign accounts?
How do we get paid when we sell our oil?
Just clarify.
No. How do we get paid when we sell our oil? That money is not, the oil sales are not denominated in naira. They are denominated in dollars.
Okay.
So it's paid into the dollar accounts, which is available to the Central Bank of Nigeria. Now, let me come to an issue you raised about price of oil has been on the high side, and yet it is not so much the price of oil, whether it's 100 or 75 or 120. It is the volume we are able to produce. Many people think that 75, for example, is the benchmark. Anything above 75 goes into excess crude account, and anything more, anything less or about it is shared in the Federation account. Yes, but if we don't produce 2.5 million, we produce 1.5 million, and there is excess on top of the 75, many people think that, okay, since you pay 1.5 million, and instead of 2.5, all the monies should go into the Federation account. No. The law says anything in excess of what has been agreed. So even if we produce 1 million barrels, what is in excess will go to that. So if there is shortfall, it is not because the price of oil is down. It is more because